Welcome to Suvarna's educational channel. We have started this channel in order to enlighten everyone.
Hello children, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to social class. Before to begin our session today, keep all your requirements ready so that whenever I pose questions to you, you can answer. Children, today you're going to learn part 4 from the first lesson in history, that is changing cultural traditions in Europe from 1300 to 1800. Before to enter into the topic, please check your answers for the home assignment that I have given you in your last session. Have you all done your home assignment? Hope you all have done. Here are your answers. Please check if they are correct or not. Excellent children. Hope you all have written well. Let's quickly review the previous class. In your previous class, you have learned humanism and universities. That you have seen what is the meaning of humanism and how this humanism or humanistic culture had affected the human thinking and the reason behind the universities that were set up in Europe. And you also have seen different artists and how they had portrayed their themes based on the reality that was existing in their society then. Today's learning objectives are architecture, printing press, and a new concept of human beings. By the end of this session, you will be learning how was the architecture during this period and the effect of printing press and what was a new concept that was existing in that period. The first thing, architecture. What do you mean by architecture, children? Yes, architecture is nothing but it is a study of designing buildings. What is an architecture? Architecture is nothing but it is a study of designing buildings. Therefore, the city of Rome revived in a spectacular way in 15th century. The popes actively encouraged the study of Rome's history and studied the ruins of old Roman buildings. They also were inspired a new style in architecture which was now called as classical. Children, during this period what happened? People were encouraged to study the Roman history because in the ancient period they also had huge buildings and so on. So after studying the ruins of old Roman building, they were inspired a new style in architecture which was called classical. Therefore, popes, wealthy merchants and aristocrats employed the artists. Artists and sculptors were also to decorate buildings with paintings, sculptures and reliefs. So another remarkable thing that happened here was every artist was known individually by name, unlike the ancient period or the medieval period. Previously, how were these artists and sculptors were known? They were known as a members of a group or guild. Okay, in the ancient period, artists or sculptors, they were known as the members of a group. They were not known individually. But during this time, there was a remarkable change that artists came to be known by their name. Children, do you know who is he? Have you seen these two pictures in your previous session? Yes, he is Michelangelo. and one of his major work is the Pieta, Mary holding Jesus. During this time, some men were skilled equally as painters, sculptors, and architects. So one among them was Michelangelo. Okay, he was very impressive painter. He painted the ceiling for the Pope in the Sistine Chapel, the sculpture called the Pieta. And he also designed the dome of St. Peter's Church in Rome. Once again, I repeat, children, the works of Michelangelo was the famous work of the Pieta, Mary holding Jesus, and also he designed the dome of St. Peter's Church in Rome. What is this, children? Have you ever seen? Yes, it is a St. Peter's Square, Rome, and the Basilica. Okay, and the Basilica. This is the church. Okay, this church and the court in front of it was designed by several artists, including Michelangelo and Bernini. This uses many architectural ideas from ancient Rome. They have copied the ideas, architectural ideas from the ancient Rome. So, who designed St. Peter's Square? That is Michelangelo and Bernini, including many other artists. Do you know who is this person? Yes, Filippo Brunelleschi. And his major work is Duomo of Florence. He is also one of the great artists. Okay, he had designed the Duomo of Florence. Filippino Brunelleschi had started his career as sculptor. Italian architecture in the 16th century copied many features of imperial Roman building. Even Filippo Brunelleschi had also copied the ancient way of building. Okay, he had designed. What do you mean by Duomo? It is nothing but a cathedral or a church. Children, here is a small task for you. I'll provide you few seconds of time. Please answer to these questions. Excellent, children. Please check your answers. Have you all written correctly, children? Very good. Let's get into the next topic, the printing press. During this time, people of other countries used to travel to Italy to see the buildings, sculpture, and the great artists. But in case of written word, people of Italy had to travel to other countries. Did you understand this, children? People of other countries used to visit Italy to see their huge buildings, beautiful sculptures. Okay, but Italy had to travel to another countries in case of written word. Why? Because Chinese first developed paper and printing blocks. Note this, children. Who had first developed paper and printing blocks? It is the Chinese who had developed paper and printing blocks. This technology later on was adopted by the European also. Do you know who is he? Yes, he is Johannes Gutenberg. Do you remember anything about him, children? Very good. He is the one who had first invented printing press in Europe. Okay, in 16th century, there was a great revolution, that is Johannes Gutenberg, who was a German, had invented the first printing press. Okay, note this, children. When was the printing press invented? In 16th century, due to Great Revolution, Johannes Gutenberg, a German, had invented the first printing press. So earlier texts were found handwritten copies, okay. But in 1455, 150 copies of the Bible were printed in the workshop of Johannes Gutenberg. Once again, I repeat, children, in earlier times, they used to write by hand. Okay, only few texts were existing. But by 1455, 150 copies of the Bible were printed in the workshop of Johannes Gutenberg. Okay, and this is a remarkable thing because earlier a monk would have taken the same amount of time to write one copy of the Bible, which is equal to this 150 copies of the Bible which were printed. You can imagine it was a great advantage, isn't it? Earlier monks used to take this long time to write only one copy of the Bible. But Johannes Gutenberg, when he invented the printing press, what happened? 150 copies were printed. You can see life before the printing press. You have seen before the printing press was invented, what happened? Catholic Church dominated Europe. Average person didn't have access to the Bible. They relied on clergy experts. Whatever the clergy people, priests, bishops had told, they have accepted it and they believed it and they were forced to believe also. But life after the printing press, literacy rate had increased. With the higher literacy rate came to be different in terms of views on reading. Before, students were waiting for the lecture notes, but now it's not needed to wait for the lecture notes. They themselves could prepare. And increase of novels and larger readings had improved. People also could discuss the ideas they read about at home. And you can see the effect of Gutenberg's printing press. Books were cheaper to make and cheaper to buy. So what happened? It was available for every person in the society. Even the middle class man could buy these books. Books were small and easy to carry. Most people could afford them, printed in languages other than Latin. So, Gutenberg's printing press had affected human beings a lot. And the role of printing press was great in the lives of the people because there was a growth of literacy which was stimulated by Gutenberg's printing press. Bible was printed in English, French and German. These factors had an important impact on spreading the ideas of Reformation and Renaissance. Therefore, humanistic culture of Italy spread more rapidly in northern and western Europe by the end of the 15th century. Children, can you guess what would be the reason that humanistic culture had spread very rapidly? Rapidly means very fast. The reason for this rapid spread was that printed books were circulating everywhere. Okay, because of these printed books which were circulating everywhere, in the minds of the people, new ideas came up. They started to oppose the religious beliefs and they started to accept the humanistic culture. That's the reason why humanistic culture had spread soon to other countries, that is northern and western Europe. This also explains why earlier intellectual movements had been limited to particular religion also. The next objective is a new concept of human being. What was a new concept of human being? what these people were thinking of. Let's see what was the new concept. Italians were strongly attracted to the material wealth, power, and glory, but they not necessarily Italians were strongly attracted to the material wealth, power, and glory, but they were not necessarily irreligious. Let's see how. There was also a concern at this time with good manners. They started to learn how one should speak politely and dress correctly, what skills a person of culture should learn. All these were more important for the man at that time. And humanism also implied that individuals were capable of shaping their own lives through means other than the mere pursuit of power and money. This ideal was closely tied with the belief that human nature was many sided. It's not only one sided view, also, human nature was many sided. Do you know who is this person? He is Niccolo Machiavelli, the spirit of laws on politics for rulers of his time. So, Niccolo Machiavelli, he did not directly advise the rulers, but he had inspired or he had said how real politics function in society through his books. Scholars like Machiavelli began a study of human society as they were, instead of trying to just say what an ideal society should be like. Since they felt that human beings were motivated by self-interest, they studied self-interest of people and how it could be used. Scholars like Machiavelli thought human society as it is through his study. Scholars like Machiavelli have showed human society as it is instead of trying to just say what an ideal society should be like. Children, here is a small task for you. Here are your questions. Please start answering. I'll provide you few seconds. Here are your answers, children. Please check if they are correct or not. Excellent, children. Let's quickly review the entire session that you have learned today. You have learned what is an architecture. Architecture is the study of designing buildings. You have seen different architects, sculptors, different buildings, churches, and so on. And you also have seen the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg, how it had affected the lives of the people during that time after the printing press was invented. And there was a new concept of human beings that one should learn how to behave with good manners, how to dress up properly, and also how to be a person of culture. They started to modify their behaviors, and also humanism gave a new way of living that man does not only through pursuit of wealth acquires change in life, but also man is capable of shaping his own life through other means. Hope you all have understood, children. Here is your home assignment. Please start noting down the questions. I'll provide you a few seconds. Very good, children. Hope you all have understood this session and enjoyed it. In our next session, we will meet with more interesting topics. In our next session, you're going to learn about the Reformation, debates in Christianity, and the aspirations of women. Okay, children, hope you all have enjoyed this session. Meet you in our next session. Till then, take care. Bye.